Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another thrilling episode of Barcelona, the reality show no one asked for. In today's drama, we present the latest plot twist: Hansi Flick, the newest head coach of Barcelona. That's right, Xavi was shown the door, and Barcelona hired a German with a no-excuses policy, which, let's be honest, is a huge culture shock for a club that spent years making excuses for everything, from their financial crisis to their Champions League exits. On the 29th of May 2024, Flick signed as the new head coach of La Liga club Barcelona on a contract until the 30th of June 2026. He became the third German in the club coaching history, after Hennes Weisweiler and Udo Lattek. But how did we get here? How did Xavi go from club legend to don't let the door hit you on the way out? And why is Hansi Flick suddenly being hailed as the second coming of Pep? Grab your popcorn, because this one's going to be good. 1. The Xavi era. From hero to Hansi will take it from here. Xavi arrived at Barcelona like a firefighter running into a burning building, except the fire was financial ruin, defensive instability, and a squad that had just lost Lionel Messi for free. Basically a nightmare. And to his credit, he did something. He pulled Barcelona out of mid-table mediocrity, won La Liga in 2023, and even made fans believe in the club again. But then, reality set in. The next season, Barcelona's performances went from dominant to oh no, here we go again. After a series of bad results, including a 4-0 loss to Real Madrid, which, let's be real, was expected, and a 5-3 disaster class against Villarreal, which was not expected, Xavi announced he was stepping down. But then, in a classic wait, never mind move, he changed his mind. Only for Barcelona to change their mind and sack him anyway. Drama. Xavi announcing he was leaving and then deciding to stay, only to get fired, is the football version of quitting your job, coming back to work the next day, and finding out someone else is sitting at your desk. Barcelona handled this situation with all the grace of a toddler throwing a tantrum in a supermarket. You know your job security is bad when even you don't know if you still have a job. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Barcelona's next manager is picked via Twitter poll. Barcelona's board meetings must be wild. Should we fire him? No. Should we keep him? No. Should we fire him again? Yes. Pure comedy. The only thing more unstable than Barcelona's managerial decisions is their financial situation. One day they're bankrupt, the next day they're signing players like they won the lottery. Laporta handled Xavi's exit like a guy breaking up with his girlfriend, changing his mind, and then getting dumped first. Pain. 2. The reason for Xavi's exit: honesty is not the best policy. So, what was the final straw? Was it the results? The tactics? The way he styled his leggings on the sidelines? No. Apparently it was something much worse, telling the truth. In a brutally honest press conference, Xavi admitted that Barcelona just can't compete with Real Madrid right now, and for some reason this was the thing that made the board go, yep, get this man out of here. Imagine firing someone for pointing out the obvious. That's like a weatherman getting fired for saying it's raining, or a doctor getting fired for diagnosing a cold. The man didn't even say anything outrageous, just facts. If stating the obvious is a fireable offense, then every Arsenal fan who says this is our year should be banned from Twitter. Xavi basically said what every Barcelona fan has been screaming at their TV for the past 2 years, but apparently the board prefers to live in fantasy land. Laporta really heard we can't compete and went, oh really? Watch this, fires Xavi. If Xavi had just said we are still the best club in the world, he'd probably have a 10-year contract extension right now. Barcelona firing Xavi for being honest is like a student getting expelled for admitting they didn't study. Like, yeah, we all knew it, but you weren't supposed to say it out loud. At this point, Barcelona should just hire a manager based on their ability to deliver motivational speeches rather than tactics. Can't compete with Madrid? No problem, just say we believe, and keep your job. This club literally has financial documents that look like a horror movie script, but Xavi saying the team isn't strong enough was the real issue. Priorities. 3. Enter Hansi Flick, the no-excuses German machine. And so, in walks Hansi Flick, the man, the myth, the Bundesliga winning, Champions League dominating, six-tuple legend. Barcelona fans were initially skeptical, but then something weird happened. Flick actually started winning, with the same squad that Xavi had. It's almost like tactics and mentality matter. Shocking. Suddenly, Barcelona players started running for 90 minutes. Suddenly, they remembered how to score. Suddenly, the midfield wasn't being overrun like an open buffet at lunchtime. Flick had arrived, and he wasn't here for excuses. Flick took one look at Barcelona's "we can't compete" mindset and said, hold my beer. Hansi Flick has turned Barcelona from tiki-taka, with no-end products, into direct high-intensity football. Basically, he made them German. Flick's reaction to a player making a mistake. Grab his water bottle a little tighter. Meanwhile, Xavi would get a yellow card just for existing. At this rate, Flick is going to turn Barcelona into Bayern Munich 2.0, and I'm not sure La Liga is ready for that. Flick coaching Barcelona feels like when you upgrade from a cheap knockoff phone to the real thing, suddenly everything works properly. Barcelona under Flick plays like they've just realized football is a team sport, not just pass to the winger and pray. Hansi Flick has been at Barcelona for 5 minutes and has already made them look competent. That alone should qualify him for Manager of the Year. 4. The Flick effect. How did he fix Barcelona so quickly? So what exactly has Flick done? How is he getting results with the same players that Xavi had? Simple. He changed the mindset and the system. No more slow, predictable build-up. No more let's pass the ball 100 times before we even think about shooting. Flick's Barcelona presses high, plays fast, and doesn't overcomplicate things. It's like a completely different team. The biggest difference? Flick has zero tolerance for excuses. While Xavi was out here giving press conferences about how the squad isn't good enough, Flick is making it clear that winning is the only option. Flick saw Barcelona's slow build-up play and went, "Yeah, no, we're not doing that." Barcelona's pass, lose possession. Strategy is gone. Now they actually attack. Imagine being a Barcelona player who was coasting under Xavi and suddenly having to run for 90 minutes under Flick. Must be rough. At this rate, Barcelona's players are going to be the fittest team in Europe. If nothing else, Flick is making sure they're all getting their cardio in. Hansi Flick doesn't do rebuilding seasons. He does win right now, or I'll make you run laps until next week. Barcelona's midfield under Xavi played like they were waiting for an Uber. Under Flick they press like their phone just died and they need to borrow a charger immediately. Flick turned Barcelona's "we need to be patient" strategy into "we need to score right now," and suddenly teams are terrified. 5. The future. Can Flick bring Barcelona back to the top? So here's the big question. Can Hansi Flick actually take Barcelona back to the top? Can he close the gap with Real Madrid? Can he bring another Champions League title to the Camp Nou? If his track record is anything to go by, yes. Flick is one of the only managers besides Pep to win a six-tuple. He knows what it takes to win at the highest level. If he can do it with Bayern, why not Barcelona? Of course, nothing is guaranteed. But one thing is clear, this Barcelona team feels different. There's energy, there's confidence, and there's a manager who won't accept anything less than 100%. At this rate, Flick might turn Barcelona into a German efficiency machine and make La Liga unwatchable. If Flick actually wins the Champions League with Barcelona, Xavi is going to be somewhere throwing his TV out the window. Laporta really went from "we can't compete" to "here's a German who only knows how to win in record time." Who knew that all Barcelona needed was a little discipline? Turns out vibes alone don't win trophies. If Flick wins the Champions League with this Barcelona squad, Madrid fans might have to do something truly unthinkable. Start respecting Barcelona again. Flick is treating Barcelona's issues like an IKEA manual, no overcomplication, just press high, attack fast, win games. And somehow it's working. If Flick gets Barcelona back on top, expect the club to suddenly find money for a lifetime contract, because financial crisis. What financial crisis? Closing thoughts. Is Flick the real deal? So what do you think? Is Flick the manager to take Barcelona back to the top, or is this just another short-lived experiment? Let me know in the comments. Hit that like button, and subscribe for more football banter. And remember, if you ever feel bad about your job security, just know that Xavi won La Liga, got a contract extension, changed his mind about leaving, and still got fired. See you next time.